Good morning, crafters, and welcome. I have a wonderful Dollar Tree fall DIY for you today. In today's crafting adventure, I'm going to show you step by step how to make this beautiful fall scarecrow wreath. All of the materials that I used to create this beautiful wreath came from Dollar Tree. Let me show you how to make it. To get started on our project, you're going to need one of these beautiful scarecrow garden stakes. I picked this up this year in their fall section. Now they have two to choose from. They have the little boy here, and then they also have a female. Now if you had double doors, I think it would be absolutely adorable to do two 14-inch wreaths, put him in the middle of one and her in the middle of the other, and then hang one on either door. I love to do that. The doors to my master bedroom are double doors, so sometimes when I do projects like this, I'll do two so I can hang one on either door. But how cute would that be on dual doors out front? What a great way to greet your guests. Today we're going to focus on our little boy here. And they're really easy to get off. Just push it down. You want to hold nice and still, grab the stake, kind of go back and forth a little bit, and then it'll pull right out and you won't have any damage to your sign. Now to get these attached to my wreath form, I like to use these. They are called mounting pads, or cable mounts. I've seen them also called that. You can pick this up in pretty much any hardware. In this package you get 10 count. It will hold up to 40 pounds and they are 1 inch by 1 inch. Now when you take them out of the package, this is what they look like. They have the little holes here on the side. This is where you can put your cable tie or your pipe cleaner in, and you can go either this direction or this direction. Now if you turn them over, they have a little peel off here that has a sticky pad. You want to remove that. Once you remove it, this is what it looks like. And then to attach it to the back of your metal sign, you want to use a combination of either Fix-All adhesive or E6000. You need a good industrial strength adhesive and hot glue. The hot glue is going to allow you to attach it right away. It's going to hold it on there until the Fix-All or the E6000 fully sets up, and that can take 1 to 2 days. Once that happens, then this will be weather resistant and you won't have to worry about this coming off and your sign falling off. And on the back here, I'm going to do two. I'm going to place one up near the top here and then one down here near the bottom. I want to make sure that my sign is going to sit exactly where I place it. So while the mounts on the sign set up, we're going to get started here on our base. You're going to need a 14-inch wire wreath form that you can pick up from Dollar Tree, some pipe cleaners cut in half, and some Dollar Tree Deco mesh. You will need 3 rolls in the orange, 3 in the brown, and 3 in this gold color. These all come out of their fall section, which they should have in stores now. So you'll need a total of 9 rolls of Deco mesh. I have 1 roll of each color of my Deco mesh unwrapped. And to get this started, you want to scrunch the ends of each of the rolls, and I always like to put them side by side. You really don't want to stack them on top of each other. That'll just make it harder later on when you go in to separate your poofs. Take a pipe cleaner and attach onto the ends. Twist a couple times. You need that to be really snug. You don't want it to pull out while you're working on it. We're going to attach everything to the 2 bars here in the middle, but I'm going to start here on the crossbar. Feed it from the front to the back. Pull your pipe cleaners nice and snug and give a twist. And then I always like to push my ends to the back. I pull it back through the pipe cleaners and give another twist. And then I push those sharp ends forward. Now if you have a lot here left on your deco mesh, you can trim it, but you want to leave about 1 inch. You don't want it to pull through while you're working on it. So today for our base, we're going to be doing the poof or bubble method. I've seen it called both. And I put multiple rolls together. Usually you see it with 10-inch or 21-inch mesh, and they use 1 roll at a time. For using Dollar Tree mesh, my solution was to use multiple rolls. Now you can use 2 or 3 rolls at a time. And what's great is each time you do a measurement and a poof, you're actually making 2 or 3 poofs at a time. It gives you a beautiful, thick, full base. And as you can see, you can mix up the colors. So there's a lot of different things you can do with this method. And today we're going to be measuring our poofs at about 8 inches. You want to start to measure here where you attached it. Pull all 3 out, measure at 8 inches, pinch. Then add a pipe cleaner. Then take that and attach it to the 2 bars in the middle. So feed from the front to the back around the 2 bars. Pull your pipe cleaners together. Give a twist or 2. And then I always like to pull my ends together, and then I push them back forward. This keeps the back of my wreath looking nice and clean. All those sharp edges are away from the back, and you won't be able to see them from the front. So that's my first poof. And then you just continue to do that. You want to put approximately 10 poofs in each section, and 3 rolls should cover 2 full sections on your wreath, and there are 6 sections on a 14-inch wreath. Once you get this method down, it goes nice and quick, and it gives you a beautiful, no fray base to work on. Okay, and that's just 3 poofs. And in each section, and a section is between the 2 crossbars, you want to put 10 poofs. Now I have my first 3 rolls of mesh attached, and at 10 poofs it completely covered 2 sections, and that's what you're looking for. If you come out short when you're doing your poofs and say you only have 9 per section, that's fine. You just want to keep them as relatively even as you can. And then once you get a section done, just go through. You don't have to open them up, but you do want to pull apart each of the colors so that you can see them. And you just want to try to kind of move the colors around so that you don't have like all the brown here. As you can see, I kind of moved it from one side to the other, in the middle, and back and forth, so that all 3 colors are nicely mixed. But look at how beautiful and thick and full that base is. I'm going to finish my base, and then I'll be back and we can move forward and decorate. I have my Deco mesh base done, and it did take 9 full rolls. Now, of course, if you didn't want to do 3 rolls at a time, you could do 2 colors at a time and cut it down to just 6 rolls of mesh. Your base won't be quite as thick and full, but it will still be beautiful and easy to fill. Now, my finished base here is a good 20 inches in diameter, so this makes a lovely large wreath. I pulled out 3 ribbons. I got all of these out of the fall section at Dollar Tree this year. They're all 2.5 inches at 3 yards. We have this beautiful print. This is brand new this year. And I love the yellow, green, and orange pumpkins. It also has sunflowers and some really pretty pine cones. And then you have this beautiful plaid. It has all the same colors in it. And then they have this beautiful faux burlap, dark green, great accent ribbon. You need to cut 8 pieces of each ribbon at 10 inches. I have all my ribbon cut and I've started to make my ribbon bundles. Now I'm going to be making 3 different ribbon bundles and you'll need to make 4 of each bundle. So this is the first one, the second, and the third. So I'm just mixing up the ribbon, and it's 2 ribbon per bundle. And just find the center and scrunch. Do a little crisscross. Feed in my pipe cleaner. And I always like to pull everything down. It just makes it a little easier for me to get a good hold. Plus that way I can make sure it's in the center. Pinch at the base and give a good twist. And then I like to style my bundles a little bit before I put them on. I just want to kind of pull everything up and I bend the ends out. I want to make sure that the bundle is going to sit the way I want it to when it's in my wreath. That looks like that. And the next one I'll do these 2. So each style of bundle you should have 4. For a total of 12 ribbon bundles for this wreath. I have my ribbon bundles done. And now I'm going to be attaching them to my wreath. I'm going to show you here on a blank form where I'm going to be attaching them. So on the inside, the 2 rings on the inside, at every crossbar, I'm going to be placing a ribbon bundle. So that'll be here and here. And then around the outside, in between the 2 crossbars, on the 2 bars on the outside, I'll be placing 1 here. So you'll have a total of 12 ribbon bundles. 6 will be on the inside and 6 will be on the outside. So to attach those, you take your pipe cleaners, you feed it down in between the Deco mesh till you can get to the wire frame in the back. And then go ahead and attach it to the areas there on the wire frame. Make sure to tuck your pipe cleaners once you have your ribbon bundle in. Okay, and then you also want to kind of lift your ribbons up and open them out. Now I've decided not to do any dovetailing on this. I'm kind of been into the blunt ends on my ribbon, and that's what I'm going to do this time. If you would like to dovetail your ribbon, by all means, go right ahead. I'm going to get the rest of my ribbon bundles in. I think it looks beautiful. I can still see bits and pieces of my base and a great mix of all those beautiful fall ribbons. Now I want to add some sunflowers and some pine cones. So I pulled out 1 stem of this darker sunflower and 1 stem of the lighter. I cut my flowers off, but you want to leave a couple inches there. That'll help you to glue it into your wreath. And then I also pulled out 3 stems that I had that had pine cones. Each stem had 3 pine cones on it, so I cut those off, so I have a total of 6 pine cones. And now I just want to kind of play with my placement first. I want to add a few of the pine cones and some of the flowers. So I'm just going to kind of work around wherever the opposite is of where my ribbon is. I have a little bit of space, and that's where I'm going to put one of these elements. Just add some hot glue onto the stem and make sure that it gets good contact with the Deco mesh. I have all my embellishments on, and I'm so happy with how this looks. Very festive fall. Absolutely gorgeous. My pine cones and my sunflowers, and I pulled those right from the ribbon. Now I've added some pipe cleaners here to my sign, and I'm ready to attach him. And I like them right in the middle up on top. And all you do is you take your pipe cleaners, you feed it through the mesh, and you attach them onto the wire frame in the back. And there you go, we are all done. I absolutely love my fall Scarecrow wreath. He came out so adorable. And could you imagine if you had dual doors? You have him on one side and his girlfriend on the other. Absolutely beautiful, made using all Dollar Tree items. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and show some love in the comments. If you know anyone who would enjoy my content, please share it with them. You have a great day, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.